Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Movie Kit podcast. I'm your host, Kit Bowen, and we've got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about the latest Jurassic World film, Jurassic World Rebirth. And joining me in this lively conversation is my very good friend, Joel Amos. Joel, how are you doing today?
Well, thank you. Thank you. Happy 4th to everybody.
Yes, happy 4th of July. This is being recorded on 4th of July. However, I'm not sure when it'll be posted, but no, it'll be posted soon. Anyway, yes, Jurassic World. Now, this comes after sort of a little slump in the Jurassic franchise with the last two Jurassic World films. I forgot what the second one was called, but the third one was called Dominion, which was really disappointing to many, many people. So here we are again, new cast, new stories, going forward in time. It's been 5 years now. Here's the description: 5 years post Jurassic World Dominion, an expedition braves isolated e- wet regions to extract DNA from three massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. It stars Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, Jonathan Bailey, Rupert Friend, Manuel Garcia Rulfo. Those are sort of the biggies. And directed by Gareth Edwards and written by David Koepp, who actually wrote the first Jurassic Park, I think. Did he not? He may have. Or Lost World. One of those.
Lost World. Yeah.
Lost World, right. So I'm going to let you start us off. What did you think of Jurassic World Rebirth?
Um, we believe in reviewing movies for what they're aiming to do. We're not
Right.
this is not an Oscar winner, okay? But if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, these it's gonna tick all of those boxes for you. I believe. I believe that the action is really intense. I think Gareth Edwards directed it. Um, was born to direct this. He did Rogue One, which I think besides Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars movie,
Yes.
and he directed a Godzilla film as well. So I mean, he's used to big spectacles. Um, larger than life type of action with large things against people, and he's good at it. And I thought those action seats were absolutely amazing, particularly the one it's in the trailer with the one that's on the water,
Yes.
with the circling fish, I guess.
The
I really don't know.
Monosaurus.
I would.
Monosaur, mono something.
I kept waiting for like one of those classic Spielbergian kids to come out of the boat and be like, "Oh, look, fishy." I'm like, no, that's not a fishy.
No,
Um,
no, it's
no,
not.
no, it's not. But good luck with that. Um, so yeah, but it's fun. There's not a huge amount of character development, but then, when is there ever? I mean, even the first movie, they did all its exposition in like the first 20 minutes, and that's all we really needed to know.
Yeah.
Um, so, don't go in looking for like a deep character study of why, Scarlett Johansson's character does what she does, but we don't care because he kicks butt.
Yeah.
And I think she's a great addition to this
Yes.
franchise. And uh, when I first heard her name mentioned for this, at first I was like, oh, they're going to go in a different direction. That's interesting. But wow, I actually really want to see her in a Jurassic movie. And boy, oh boy, did she hit it out of the park. And I thought everyone involved was great, even if they weren't given a lot to work with. Um, they were very good at that. I've never seen a dinosaur before, and yet I'm staring at one right now. Look, that's classic for Jurassic Park. They all nailed that, like, oh my God. Um,
Yep.
and it just, it's fun and it adds up. It's not like there are holes or per se. It's fun. It's a perfect summer movie, I think. Just grab some popcorn, leave the troubles of the world behind, of which there are kind of many, and let the dinosaurs take us away again.
Yes. I do too. I thought I had a lot of fun with this. I mean, I give this franchise a complete wide berth because I've just
Hmm.
loved it for so long that even Dominion, which really wasn't very good, in retrospect, I still liked it. I mean, I don't know what it is about it. And here's the thing: Scarlett Johansson feels the same way that we do about Jurassic Park.
Hmm.
She was obsessed with it as a kid. She apparently slept in a Jurassic Park pup tent for a year, so I guess she was a kid when the first one came out, and she has been trying her very best to be in a Jurassic movie forever. So every time she hears a new one that was being made or whatever, she'd email her agents, "Can I get on it? Can I get on it?" So finally, she got her wish, and gosh, I'm glad she did because she absolutely kind of makes the film have some
You waited
gravitas.
for the right. Or didn't
Yeah,
wait. She got the right one.
yes, yes. So talking about character development, yes, not too deep on that, but we do get some sort of past trauma from her life, being a mercenary or whatnot. You get some of that sort of pathos that she has, for losing someone on a mission, that kind of thing. And then Mahershala Ali, also such a great actor. He plays Duncan Kincaid, who is has worked in the past with Scarlett's um, character Zora, so they have a history. And then you come to find out that you don't really need to know his past trauma, but it's something as well that happens to him. And then you throw in you throw in the scientist. You got to have a scientist. I mean, and Jonathan Bailey was just perfect,
Yeah.
as a paleontologist who's there to help extract these. Basically, they have to get these three vials of blood from three of the largest, dinosaurs on the planet, in existence, basically land, sea, and air. So you've got all three of those worlds that you're in this film, taking place on this island. And of course, you have to throw in a kid, right? So
Oh, always.
the there's this a father and his two daughters, and the older daughter's boyfriend. They're on a sailing expedition, and they are attacked by the sea part of the land, sea, and air monosaurus. I don't know, whatever they're called. And so they need to be rescued, and of course, this mission that is going to this island are the ones who are closest to. They have to rescue them. So yeah, so you've got that all part and parcel of this whole adventure on this island, and yet once again, you're just like on the edge of your seat, and there's some great action sequences, just great.
Oh,
On this island, I guess InGen, the big evil InGen, who's always been the antagonist to all these movies, basically. Have They were on this whatever particular island it is when Jurassic World was being done, and uh, they were doing experiments as they do to try to make bigger, badder
sure.
dinosaurs. Well,
Why not?
let's just say, and of course you get a glimpse of the biggest, baddest dinosaur in the trailers, but that thing is just terrifying. It looked like an alien mixed with a dinosaur. It's terrifying, just terrifying. Um, you've got here's the deal. So you're not just dealing with your ordinary dinosaurs. You've got the mixed breed dinosaurs. So you've got a mixed breed dinosaur, which is a raptor, a velociraptor, and a pterodon. So you got this thing also hunting them down, kind of acting like the velociraptors from the first film. A lot of homages specifically to the first movie. A lot of things people are going, oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I know that. But making it their own. Yeah, I had a good time with it, and uh, I really don't know. I guess you could just continue to make these movies. However, I think at some point in time, you have to make it. That's what Jurassic World was trying to do. They were
Hmm.
trying to further the story along by actually making the park a reality. That first Jurassic World, which is great, fantastic movie. And then the next two were basically, oh, the dinosaurs get brought to the mainland, and all havoc wreaks, all havoc wreaks havoc, whatever. Um, and then now you're back to the islands again because Just one tiny little spoiler. It's not that huge of a spoiler, but the dinosaurs have not lasted in the in our present climate, and on the mainland they die out basically. So there's only a few left on the United States or wherever they end up being. So this equatorial, that's it, that's what I was trying to say before, island is perfect conditions for them to live, because it's back when they were in their heyday. That was what the world was like. So you got that situation. So I don't know. I mean, where do you see it going beyond this, if it does?
Well,
Because this will make a
I
lot of money.
here's the thing about this franchise. After Spielberg was done with the original group, as director and producer, I was like, what are you gonna do? This is it. And then they came out with Jurassic World, and I was like, whoa, okay, that's very
Yeah,
creative. Okay,
yeah.
we'll go with this. And then they had, of course, the follow-ups, which they have to have, and a varying success. And then I was like, okay, they were really trying to close the loop, is what I kind of thought with the third film. And I feel like the same idea with like what they're doing with Star Wars now. Like they they they've discovered that maybe we've gone to the Skywalker well one too many times, and like
Hmm.
we like this world, but maybe let's make a movie that actually doesn't really have that much to do with that world. And so they're
Right.
working on a new trilogy that has nothing to do with the first. And so I feel like the thing with this is like this film, like it if you are creative enough, you can think of something that requires us to go back there. I think it's probably not a good idea to mix humans and dinosaurs, like, on land, but like, some other remote island or some other this or the dinosaurs, nature finds a way. They end up somewhere in another island, or I don't know. I'm not the
I
one
know,
with
but I'm
cars, but like
saying though,
like
it's
like
gonna get tiresome, I think. I don't know,
it's
maybe not
pretty
though.
much. I mean, I never question the creativity of what they can come up with in Hollywood, but
Hmm.
that being said, in an era of remakes and whatever, but uh, I don't know. I think that given enough time, they might come up with some kind of idea that's plausible. But
That's
I
true.
have to admit, I'd be hard pressed to think of it. And I think that this could be, if they wanted to, and they're always hungry for money, I know, but if they wanted to, this would be a really good capper.
I know, but they're gonna try to do another one. And
Right.
I did read a headline that just kind of made me chuckle a little bit, because it was basically, can't we just have normal dinosaurs? You know, why do we have to keep doing these genetically modified dinosaurs? Can't we just have the regular? Now, here's the thing. That's why this movie is great, and bringing back all of it, because you've got these weird genetically modified dinosaurs, but then you got your favorites. You got a T-Rex. You see one glimpse of a Velociraptor. You got some compies in there. You got the whatever the dinosaur is that spreads out its little wings on its face or whatever.
Right.
So you've got all of those, and you're happy about that. Actually, to be honest with you, one of my favorite parts of the film was the T-Rex part. We won't go into it because we don't want to spoil it too much, but I thought that was very fun and scary and harkens back to the original. Um, it's just that whole, like, you've never seen a T-Rex sort of full from eating a big meal, right? So that was very funny to me.
Well, it's
Um,
like yeah, sorry, go.
no, I'm done. Go ahead.
No, it's just that and again, Gareth Edwards knows all about this, is when you turn a monster's expectations sideways, and like,
Yes.
like Bryce Dallas Howard did in Jurassic World, is that she knew the only way they'd survive is to release the big bad
Yes.
dinosaur. And
Yes.
it's kind of like
Our
that
favorite
idea
guy.
that, the well, it's classic, the enemy of our enemy is our friend,
Right.
and it's classic trope, and you can use it in any genre. And I think that that's why we just love, the T-Rexes and things in these movies. And it just, another thing I wanted to mention is uh Jonathan Bailey,
Oh, God,
thanks
he's
to
so cute.
Cynthia. thanks to Cynthia Rivio, he didn't steal the show in Wicked, but he sure came close. He was that good, and you kind of wondered, okay, he's a song and dance man, but like here he is in Jurassic World, and I'm like, wow, I'm like, this is great for him, and he was really great, and I
He
just think
was.
like now he's got Wicked coming out at the end of the year, and this guy is about to get in a cannon and get shot into space. Like I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
anyway, he did phenomenal. And I never say his name, but Mahershala,
Mahershala
thank you,
Ali. Yes.
Ali. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever seen him have so much fun in a movie. And he's
Yes.
usually so serious. He's like Mr.
Yes.
Serious,
Yeah.
and like he's can be funny. I mean, I remember, when he was promoting Green Book, the guy was hilarious. Like he was finally allowed to just, so to speak, put his hair down and just
Yeah.
chill. And it's in the trailer. I love his line. He's like, why does no one go there? Because no one's stupid enough to, you know, like, yeah, you got the line you've been waiting your whole career to say.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so yeah, it's just fun. Don't take it too seriously. It's
Yeah.
summer.
Have fun.
Um,
I'd give it
if
a
you like the,
solid four
if you like,
stars for me. How about you?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 4 star, and it's a good Fourth of July weekend movie to go grab the kids and go have a good time.
And I will absolutely watch this one again, you know.
hmm I'm going
I've
I'm
seen
going on
I've
I'm going
you're
on
going
Tuesday
over.
with Bella.
All right. Yeah, I
I'm
saw it with
taking
Liv, my daughter Livy, who grew up kind of like Scarlett Johansson. Absolutely adored the Jurassic Park movies, and I was a little bit because I'm such a stupid nut case about movies. She got to see the first one when she was very small, very little, but it didn't scare her. She loved it. All she wanted to see were the dinosaurs, the dinosaurs, the dinosaurs. So, I do hope that they can come up with a new, keep it going. Basically, I would not mind it if it kept going. I just don't want it to become, stale. They just have to come up with storylines, which is what they did with Jurassic World, and I that was a great idea. But now the dinosaurs are dying out in the regular world, so what do we do next, right? So we'll have to figure that out. But yes, good stuff, good stuff. What would you? How would you rank this one in your ranking of the Jurassic movies?
honestly, if this ends up being a trilogy, I think you basically got to go number one for the first trilogy,
Right
number
now.
one for the second trilogy,
Yep.
or number two for the second trilogy, for the
Right.
first one of the second trilogy, and three for the first of this trilogy. I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
agree
one,
with
two,
you.
three, and
I agree
everything
with
in
you.
between is just, but fun. Don't get me wrong, still
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But
I think
yeah,
that that's a good way of looking at it. And then,
yeah,
after that, it goes. I think for me, number four would probably be Jurassic
mhm.
Park 3. I love that one.
Which
And
is
then, yeah, then
underrated.
I
I think
know.
people always go to two and then three, and I'm like, wait, don't crap on three.
No, two was good too, but I don't know. For me,
But
I liked three just a little bit more than
I
two.
don't know,
Lost
but
World, yeah.
people on average, Jurassic people kind of vote three low, and I've never gotten that.
I don't either. I liked it.
But
I liked it.
anyway,
Well, let us know, guys, what your favorite Jurassic movie is and how you would rank this one if you had a chance to see it. And make sure to like and subscribe and tell your friends about the podcast and tune in and all of that good stuff. Thank you, Joel, once
pleasure.
again for joining us. I think what we got next is it Superman?
Yes, yes,
Is that the
yes,
next
yes,
one? Okay.
yes.
I don't know. I'm a little nervous about it.
I,
We may have to do a review a little later after it releases because I'm off traveling next weekend. But
it'll be
we will
worth the wait.
absolutely review this on the movie kit, the new Superman movie from James Gunn. So stay tuned for that. And everyone have a happy 4th of July, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.